Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So happy you're here. I haven't filmed a video in quite some time and I'm feeling really called to spam post on YouTube more. So I'm just going to be drawing and talking and doodling and expressing some things that are on my mind. Feel free to listen. There's nothing really to see here, but thank you for joining and for being alive and for being here. I wanted to talk about today the importance of expressing gratitude and focusing in on the positives in life in order to create a more fulfilling existence. Now, we all know that life has its ups and downs and it's not supposed to be easy, although it can be fun and it can be enjoyable. And I think as a society, we're really trained to create self-hate and tear ourselves down, constantly compare ourselves, feel as if we're not good enough or we haven't accomplished anything in life, and just like compare ourselves to those that we deem successful. And that's just a toxic way to go about life, in my opinion. I think it's obviously very essential to feel the entire spectrum of emotion and not ignore parts of our life that feel difficult, but I think it's really powerful to focus in on the things that bring us up and that open us up to creativity and that encourage our expression in authenticity. And I know from personal experience, when I was really sad and depressed, that kind of became my identity. It almost became fun for me to just obsess over the feelings of discomfort and being sad all the time and just like hating my life and picking myself apart in the worst ways possible. And now I'm like not engaging in those type of behaviors. I tend to find things about myself that I enjoy and feel confident in that and use that to my advantage to create a life for myself that feels really ecstatic. And expressing gratitude every single day for just the little things that we have creates such a big shift in the way that we live. Gratitude is such a beautiful practice. It can just be anything you see. You know, I'm grateful to have this pen. I'm grateful to have this bed, to have these pillows, to have these abundance of physical items that assist us in this life that are not totally necessary, but we have access to so much that just goes right past us all the time. You know, every single day there's blessings happening and there's miracles happening that we should focus our attention towards, because life is just so full of gifts and we don't need to waste it away by focusing on the negatives. There's just exhaustion that comes with that. And like I said earlier, yeah, it's important to be aware of the hardships and the struggles, but we don't need to identify with that. And the thing that I did for myself to really create a more fulfilling life is just pinpointing what I feel is aligning with my creativity and my goals for myself. It's so important to have really big goals because anything is possible in this life. Everything is possible. And if we believe that we are unworthy of obtaining what we really want, then we probably won't put in the energetic and physical work to achieve that. And just by knowing that it's possible to achieve what we dream of, that's the first step in making it happen. And like, don't let anybody get in your head and try to doubt you and try to knock you down. And if you have people in your life that are doing that, then get new friends. Seriously, like, the gratitude is like a number one thing, whether that's prayer or just journaling, writing down some things that you are super grateful for, is just automatically setting yourself up for success. And yeah, I think as as a society, the more we practice this, the better we'll all become. And I just find that it's really important part of my life to care about my mental health. I think honesty is a really important part in all of this. Being honest with ourselves about what we really want and what we really desire, and knowing that it's possible and that it also takes time. You know, we can't expect everything we want to just come into our hands this instant. Things take time, and God knows when we're ready. Also, as humans, I think we get so fixated on the end result that we kind of forget about the process. Getting to a point where we feel like we completed a task, or we accomplished something, or we finished what we wanted to start. There's so much beauty and lessons in that process, and that is such a fun part of life. You know, we constantly are moving on from the next thing to the next thing. We accomplish something and then we celebrate that. Sometimes we don't even celebrate it. Sometimes we just move on instantly. And we really need to take time to congratulate ourselves and check our progress and see how far we have came, because this life is progressing, and we're constantly moving forward. Even if we feel like we're stuck, we're still evolving and growing. And showing gratitude for that growth process. Most of us are so blessed to just be able to have a body to move and to have a mind that is able to create. The best way to change your life is take initiative to change and take the steps to change. And if you don't know how, you gotta figure it out. Everyone's process is different, and not everybody is going to function the exact same. And also, everyone's life is completely different. Yeah. So this is what I'm drawing. I'm doing ink on canvas. If you want to buy this painting, you can. It's not even a painting. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, peace, love, happiness. It's also really powerful and important to expand on what we love. So showing gratitude every single day for just being alive and just waking up can shift the entire day for you, pretty much. I find that when I wake up and I do practices of gratitude, whether that's journaling or some sort of praying, I just feel so much more at peace, because the reality is we have everything that we need right now. And it might not seem that way, and it might seem, oh, we want this, or we haven't reached our goals, and life will be good once we have this, and that, and once I get to this certain point, then I'll be happy, or you know how it goes. That's just not sustainable, because we're constantly chasing something that we don't already have. Puts us in a lack mindset and just automatically makes us feel unaccomplished. And yes, it's important to have goals, and it's really important to have standards for ourselves. And it's also really important to give gratitude to what we already have. We have everything we need. I already said that, but it really comes down to the fact that God provides for us,